would definitely like that I have done this over sessions like earlier, like maybe even 3 years ago, because if I have done that, my career would progress like even faster.
Hey Martin, nice to see you. How's it going?
Hi, Gustavs. It has been going great. How are you?
Awesome. I'm really good. It's quite snowy here. Quite cold now. And
True,
yeah, so
true.
yeah, it's free. We're all freezing here. So listen, today just I wanted to have a regular informal chat for the viewers to see kind of the experience that you went through and kind of like what's possible, right? When you learn all these soft skills. So first of all, maybe let other people know like what your background. And kind of like like what you do, what you did, and then we can go from there.
Yeah, sure. Like I was working for a number of years in a simple accounting firm. It was a routine work. I was not enjoying my work. I was doing the same thing, all like repeating from day to day. And I knew that I wanted to change something. I knew that I want some more challenging job, higher salary. However, I applied to these new jobs and I was rejected multiple times.
Yeah.
And then I understand that I need to change something.
Okay. Cool. Cool. So when you were applying, then so obviously you're kind of saying that you're working there, and I think a lot of people have the same experience, right? Like they're working in a job, and they don't find it super exciting, and they think that like that they should be getting the job, but they're not really getting the job, and they sometimes don't know why. I think you had a kind of like a similar situation, right? Because you felt like you had all the skills, and technically you should get the new jobs that you're applying for, but you really couldn't, and a lot of people are very confused. Like, did you have like a similar experience?
Yeah, that's true. Was really like applying to these jobs. I was rejected. Did not understand why. I thought that I have all the necessary skills. I
Yeah.
was like in my mindset confident about it. However, I had like troubles to present myself. So my future employer would see that really I can benefit to the firm.
Okay.
So this was actually the problem.
Yeah, and I think that's a lot of people when I talk to them. That's their biggest realization. It's they always try to improve their hard skills, but to the certain level, it's like obviously going to help you, but then it's all about how you present those like how do you present those hard skills, all those certifications you have, or all those skills, right? And that's why mindset and confidence is pretty important, and also the pitching. So anyway, so after that, right? Like we you kind of came across me, and then we sort of started working together. So what was the biggest things that you learned, kind of like working together? Like what were the most helpful things for you, and maybe some stuff that was maybe surprising, or something that you didn't know before? Like what were the main things that you kind of gained?
Yes, actually, after we made up these sessions, after some sessions, I saw that there are actually a new world for this presentation of yourself during job interviews. Really, it is very important. It is okay. I have these skills. I am confident, like in my mind about myself. However, I have problems to present it. So my employer would see that really, yes, so this guy has all the skills.
Yeah.
And then you show these techniques, actually these examples. We made also some like some we tried out some these situations,
Yeah.
and then I applied it during the interviews, and it actually worked out.
Okay, so before we actually go into like the results that you got, maybe let's take a step back, because I think a lot of people, they're kind of surprised when first they learn, because they always focus on what to say, but as you remember, the first part that we worked together, it was actually like how you say things, so your confidence, the mindset, um, and this, like, maybe talk more about like what impact has this had on the overall your interviews, maybe also your life, right? Because confidence is kind of like helpful in all those situations, and kind of like how you saw that part, right? Because it's kind of like how you say things, the belief that you have, the mindset, right? Because most people, they just focus on the words or techniques, but it's kind of like that's only the last part, but it all starts with your mindset and the confidence, right?
Yes, actually, that's true. Like as I previously said, I discovered a new world actually,
Yeah.
and I really could see after these sessions that I would definitely hire myself if I would be employer.
Yeah.
This how I like deliver this value. Yes, how I can show it to my future employer. This is actually very important.
And that you ultimately believe, right? Like you ultimately believe that you are the best person for the job. Because I think a lot of people, they actually don't believe. They kind of start applying for these jobs, but they lack that confidence. And they actually don't believe that they're the best person for the job because someone said no to them. And then when a couple of employers say no to you, a lot of people lose their confidence and they don't really believe that much. But I think that's really important for people to understand is like you have to believe yourself first that you are the best person, and then you can convince other people, right?
Yes, yes, that's true. Actually, it was very nice that after these sessions, I saw that, uh, like when I had real interviews, really, I had multiple job offers, and this was, of course, I was also rejected for some, but
Yeah.
like this increase was like significant in acceptance, and actually, yes, then from all this, I got my job that I always wanted in management consulting.
Okay. Yeah. So maybe let's talk. Let's transition there, right? So you said that there was like a big increase, and you got this job. So can you tell the viewers a bit more on what happened, and maybe explain the situation, and kind of like you always said that you actually had applied for this job previously, and you failed, but now after you try to get in it and succeeded. So can you tell us a bit more about the new job that you got, and all kind of like what went down?
Yes, actually, I got a job in management consulting, where I am also currently working.
Mm-hmm.
It was like actually like a dream for me because like I used to work in this accounting firm. It was routine work. However, I knew that I have these skills actually and this interest to work like in management consulting, really to consult actually like bigger companies
Mm-hmm.
and yes, got that job. It was really nice because actually a few years ago I was applying to the same position and they rejected me.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, after that I didn't apply for them. But after like over sessions, I had this confidence. Okay, no, when I will do if not now, and I
Yeah.
did it and I succeed. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. And apart from confidence, like what else do you think was like the factor, like maybe the way you presented yourself, the way you presented the value, kind of like the story that you told, because as I said, like a lot of people that just say dry facts, but they don't really tell a story. Like what do you think made the difference apart from the confidence?
Yes, I would say that previously when applying to these jobs, I just were saying just these common standard phrases that I feel that I'm good, I am suitable for this work.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, yes, this presentation skill, like you need to like differ from, you need to stand out from others.
Yeah.
Yes, and this actually the employer sees that you are different. Yes, yes, this my future employee will definitely get like value to our company, and we he will be a great employee, and I could show actually that.
Yeah, yeah. I think this is a lot of people what they miss is they think that they need to answer the questions kind of like the right way, but actually there's so many different applicants that you actually need to stand out. Like answering questions the right way, it's not enough. And if you don't stand out, and most people don't because they just sound very like average, they talk average, they sound the same. So how can you really stand out? And I think that's a big kind of like also mindset shift that you go on an interview. Your interview is not the goal of the interview is not really to just to answer the questions correctly, but it's actually to to stand out, to make yourself kind of visible from the rest of the crowd, right? Yeah,
Yes, yes, that's true, and I think I succeed very well in that. Thank you.
yeah, that's great. So like the story has a happy ending. That's great. And what would you say to maybe like other people that are maybe struggling in interviews and they sometimes they don't know what to do and maybe they are considering in maybe spending more time, putting more resources, more effort into learning all this stuff like pitching and confidence, but they're not sure. Like what would you say to all those people?
I would suggest to think what other applicants say during the interviews,
Yeah.
and maybe to make a little bit different. That is first, and actually second would be this confidence that
Yeah.
actually the future employer sees. Yes, this employee can deliver the value. Like it's all about confidence, and specifically in management consulting, you need to have confidence because you work actually with clients. And actually, yes, also during our sessions, I learned more about confidence. Yes, that's very important. We
Yeah.
talked and I practiced it, and now I can apply also in my daily life, like in my current job, also in daily life. So it actually like transforms to really many fields of your life, not only job interviews.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, right. And I think sometimes, like, how do you, like, what would you say to all those people that they like keep investing their time just like in getting certifications or hard skills, or like learning new programs, but they don't actually invest any time, resources, or energy into learning these confidence pitching skills because they think they're not important. Like, what would you say there?
I would say that practice is also very important. Like we did in our sessions, we practiced, went through some examples. Maybe also you don't need to like practice all your soft skills. For example, you cannot buy some book about confidence. Yes, I would suggest like you need to focus on your problem. Your problem is, for my case, yes, for example, it was I couldn't get like job that I wanted, and then I really work on that problem. Yes, I didn't learn any book about just confidence or just some communication skills or presentation skills. I worked specifically on like these interviews,
Yeah.
and after it like was like a snowball, and it transformed also to other fields. And first I would suggest really to focus on your problem, and then
So you think a lot of people are actually kind of like avoiding their real problem. They think that the real problem is kind of like they don't have enough kind of hard skills, but it's just because it's kind of like their comfort zone. It's easy. It's very easy to get another certification and think that it's gonna help you succeed, but they kind of ignore the real problem is that they're not confident enough or they don't know how to sell themselves. Do you think kind of like people sometimes hide behind that and they don't want to confront the real problem?
Yes, I think yes, to some extent, yes. I think yeah, people just learn some basic books. They think that they will buy some book about confidence and it will be good, but no, actually, you need to practice. You need to have, like, we had some sessions. Yes, you can arrange with some friend, maybe some talking. Yes, you can practice. Maybe you have some friend who is also a boss and he knows about these job interviews, and you can try out. And actually, yes, and then he could suggest what you should do, what you should change.
Okay, so and then Martin, I wanted to ask you. So a lot of people, what they think is they always try to uh, get another hard skill. They always try to get maybe another certification or buy another. Like if you're an IT person, you try to learn another language like programming language, or if you're work in a different field, you try to get another hard skill. And I think that's the main problem that they have in interviews, that they don't have enough hard skills, and they kind of try to invest all the time, resources, and energy into those, but it's not really working. And then when you talk about confidence and pitching, they sometimes doubted that, like, why they should invest their time and the resources into that. Like, what would you say to all those people? Because I think kind of when we started working together, you had this a bit of a similar mindset, right?
Yes, during that time, I was only focusing on hard skills. I knew that I have this knowledge about accounting. I have a knowledge maybe of some financial analysis. I thought that I know like everything, yes, to have this job.
Yeah.
But actually, yes, very important are these soft skills. Yes, you can buy, for example, maybe one additional book and read about some SQL programming, or some other like Excel tips and tricks, like some book. okay, you know it, but it won't help you during these interviews, because actually during interviews, like interviewers do not focus on these hard skills a lot. They won't ask, for example, what's formula, what's like shortcut for to copy something in Excel.
Yeah.
Yes, it's Control C, but they won't ask. I know it, yes, but
Yeah.
maybe some person who knows this form, who doesn't know this formula, but he can present himself. He will get maybe the job, and so.
Yeah.
So in order to succeed in interviews, you need both. You need this hard skill and this soft skill. And soft
Yeah.
skill about communication is very important.
Okay, and that's the thing. Like, right, most people, they have enough hard skills, right? Because I think people overestimate how much hard skills they need. Like most people, they have enough, but the soft skills most people lack. Because most people I talk to, they're not confident enough. Like most people are not confident enough, and that's why I think it is important to kind of reshift this focus and to focus maybe even more on confidence and on pitching, because in my opinion, and I think in your opinion as well, that's actually what's going to get you much bigger results. It's going to be much bigger return on effort, right? Return on time invested, if you learn confidence and pitching, than maybe another SQL program, right?
Yes, actually, yes, this is a very big problem, I think. And because of that, like I would suggest to practice actually with some person who actually has like experience during these interviews. For example, I didn't have like I didn't know such person, like some friend or family member, so I reached to you as you really have this, and you help me.
Oh, Martin. So another thing I wanted to ask you. So when I work with people, a lot of times they focus on like this one specific interview that they have, like the next interview, and they try to learn just for this one specific interview. But what I tell people is, if they learn how to pitch themselves properly with confidence, with presenting the value the right way, and practicing, that they can apply this for the rest of their lives, right? They can. It doesn't matter if you apply for this one job or next job. You can literally do this for the next 5, 10, 20 years, no matter what position you apply to, because confidence and the way you present yourself, it doesn't change, right? So what would you say then now? Because obviously now you have this amazing job, you don't want to shift, but when you're going to decide to go maybe for a new position, like, do you feel like the skills that you learn, you can apply this in that process as well?
Yes, definitely. Like these skills won't disappear. They can only increase actually over the time. And actually, I would definitely like that I have done this over sessions like earlier, like maybe even 3 years ago, because if I have done that, my career would progress like even faster.
Yeah.
And I actually, maybe what I could suggest to other people is to do not leave this thing for future. Yes, if you do it faster, it's better, because maybe after some time you will need this job and you think, okay, no, I will practice, but okay, during that time you will need to focus on your CV, your motivation letter, so you won't have time for it. But actually, if you do it now, then actually you do it now, you learn these skills, and maybe after a year you can try and this new job, these applications, and it won't definitely disappear. And for me also, maybe after some 5 years, 10 years, I will need or want to change this position or work, and these skills won't disappear.
Okay, Martin, thanks a lot for sharing all this advice. I think the viewers really enjoyed it, and I'm super happy that the shift that you made in your career, that you feel more confident, you feel that you know what you're doing, and that you can apply this for the rest of your life. It makes me super happy. And yeah, so thanks a lot. And yeah, I kind of wait to see where you go next, and if the next time when you apply, like what results you get then. As you said, kind of like if you already learned this, then it only compounds and it gets better, right? So thanks for your time, and I see you soon, right?
Yes, thank you to you also. You definitely helped, and let's stay in touch.